So hey, hello guys, welcome back. This is Viren Kumar and this is the part of the UiPath automation training. So in this video, I am going to tell about the UiPath Studio for the Pro Community version. So what is the agenda for the today's video session? So this is the agenda for the today's video session, that the introduction about the UiPath Studio, and we will discuss about the user interface, or you can say the first time when you are going to launch the UiPath Studio, that time how to understand the UiPath Studio. So the UiPath Studio is the core product of the UiPath automation, and we are going to start with the UiPath Studio, and this is the basic product. So what is the use of the UiPath Studio? So using the UiPath Studio, we can design our automation easily. So the UiPath Studio is the GUI mode. As you can see, this is a GUI mode and this is UiPath Studio. And using this GUI mode, we can design our automation framework and we can automate our process. In the UiPath Studio, you will get around 300 pre-built automation components. That means the activities, or you can say the built-in functions, are already there in the UiPath Studio, and those are more than 300. And using that pre-built functions, or you can say pre-built activities, we can design our automation framework easily. Just we need to drag and drop and we can design. I will show you in the UiPath Studio how you can drag and drop and how you can automate the things. The third one is that if you are working with the UiPath Studio, then you don't have any a strong knowledge of the programming language, and this is a code-free activity. Okay, you just have to be a basic coding knowledge, and then you can start working with the UiPath Studio easily. The next one is the rapidly automating the desktop app. It means that using the UiPath Studio, you can design or you can automate the desktop applications and web applications, Citrix environments, your email automations, and your SAP automations. There are lots of things. Means each and everything you can automate through the UiPath Studio. And this will also provide the team collaboration and teamwork with the providing the source control repository like your Git, your SVN or TFS, and this is the powerful integration with the UiPath Studio. So the I want to say that the UiPath Studio is the basic thing for the UiPath RPA development process, and the automation will start from the UiPath Studio. So now I'm going to discuss about the user interface of the UiPath Studio. Means what are the major components we should know before going to start with the UiPath Studio. So I'm going to switch to my UiPath Studio. So this is my UiPath Studio Pro Community version. Okay, you can see that this is the first part, open tab, new project tab, and these are the description tab. So first I am going to discuss about the start. In the start, you say the open a local project. If you have already an existing project, then you can open the project by simply selecting on this one. By default, all the projects are stored at these locations. Your C drive users and username under documents and the UiPath folder. So I have already created one project, and this project is already uh, created at this location. So in that location, you can see this is my project, and whenever you are going to create a project JSON file will be creating. So this is your project setting file. You can change your project setting file in this JSON file. Okay, so this is that open a local project, and this is the location of the project. Now if you want to create a new project, so there are two things. The first thing, you can design from on your standard and on your knowledge. So first you can design through the process that we will see now. And also you can design with the libraries, some reusable components, and then you can publish these libraries. Third one is the test automations. You can start with a blank project to create a new test project. So choice is yours, which one you want to select. But as a beginner and as a fresher, I would say you start with the process. And if you want to use some template, those are the templates given by the UiPath. These are the already existing template, and we can use this template and we can modify this template and we can work with the UiPath Studio using these templates. The template means these are the predefined and pre-built framework, and or you can say the pre-defined project they are providing and they are giving freely to, and so that you can easily start working on the UiPath Studio. So that we will cover once we have little bit knowledge about the UiPath Studio. So now I am going to select the process to understand the more about the UiPath Studio GUI mode. Okay, so select the process. After that, it will ask you for the new blank process window. So start with a blank project to design a new automation framework. So now you can provide the process name, blank process name. So I said test demo, and you just select the location where you want to save this project location. So by default, it will give you at this location in your system. The description, so whatever you want to provide, you provide the description, then say create. It will restore some existing dependencies, and also it will creating the workspace for you. It will add some dependencies. Okay, so this is the first window of the UiPath Studio after creating the process. Now you can see this. First we will discuss about these things. The UiPath Studio Community Edition. There are some shortcuts and the commands that you can use. Okay, if you want to use, then you can use this keyboard keys, and using that keyboard keys you can directly handle this UiPath Studio. Now we want to design our automation here, so I'm going to click the open main workflow. So you click on it and it will open the first workflow window for you, from where you can design the automation in the UiPath Studio. Now I'm coming to this section. This is the project section. Okay, so now we have created this test demo project and all the dependencies are here for this project. The Excel dependencies, mail dependencies, system dependency, UI automation dependencies. If some dependencies are missing, we can easily download this dependency and we can integrate with our project. That we will see later. And along with that, it will create dot setting folder, and in the dot setting you will see the debug and the release sections settings. All these are the project settings. Main.xml file, these files is very important, and project.json file is very important. Okay. So this we call as the project explorer. This is the project description, the project explorer. It will show you your project. Now I am coming to the Up1 window. This is the design window. Using this design tab, you can say this is the home tab, this is the home tab, and this is my design tab, and this is my debug tab. So design tab will give you the facility to design your automation framework. So if you want to start with a new file, you say the start new. So to design the automation framework, there are some sequence, flowchart, state machines, global handler. So these are the components that we can use to design our automation framework. And this is the new. Okay, then you can save your workflow, save as a template, then you can debug also the file. I'm going to create one demo for this one, so you just see that video till the end. Then you will manage the packages. So packages means these are the dependencies. If you want to download the other project dependencies on all the packages, local, official, connect and community. So these are the already downloaded. Okay, these are already downloaded. If you want some other packages, then you just search for the package, any package that you want to integrate with that one, and it will come and you can easily integrate with your project as a dependency. That we are not going to cover in this video. Then this is the recording section. I will basic desktop web image and native app. Let's say I am working for a desktop app or web app. So I will choose any one of them and I can start my recording and it will record this workflow and we can easily execute that workflows. So in that situations, we no need to write the code as we are writing in this Selenium automation. So this is the design tab and we will see each and every the subtabs used in the upcoming video series. Now I want to create a one file. So let's say I want to create a one sequence. So it will go to the new, select the sequence, new sequence, and you can see the sequence demo. And this is going to store at this location, test demo, and you say create. It will create a one sequence for you. In that sequence you can add your activities. So from where you can get the activities, this is the activities section. So you click on this one and this is your activities section. Okay, from there you can open any activities that I'm saying that there are around 300 pre-built automation components. So this I'm talking about these ones. So let's say I want to print some uh, message. So for that I have an activities write line. So I'm just dragging on the sequence. And after that, if you want to write something in the right line in the as a text, and so say double quotes and just say hello to UiPath Studio, and then you select and you can save it. Okay. Now I want to execute this one. This is my first simple robot. You can see this is the first simple robot that I am going to execute. So how to execute this robot? You just select this sequence and then you say debug file and you say run file. Now my robot will start and it will execute the process which I have designed in my UiPath. So it's completed. Now how to see the output? So here you can see the output tab is there. Click on the output and you just see test demo executed started. Hello to UiPath Studio. You can see that the line message is there. Hello to start with the studio. This is the hello to start with the studio. And it's printed this line and the execution ended in the successfully. So this is the past sessions. This is the past sessions. So like that we can design our automation. So if we want to message, so I want to print some message. So which I want to print message box. Okay. So I'm going to drag this activity and I'm going to add it here. Text it will come. Then I want to see the message that the message is printed successfully, and after that I want to exit. Exit. So you exit or I want to then close, close tab, close window. And here I want to close the window. I'm going to save it. Now I'm going to run again. Select the sequence, go to file, run it. The message is printed. You see, the message is printed successfully. This is the message box. And now if you say OK, come here. We have added the wrong activity there because there is no windows. We are not working with the windows. So I'm going to remove it. So how to delete this one? So you just right click on this activity and say delete. It will delete and you say save it. So like that you can design your automation easily in the UiPath Studio. So this is about the first robot, how we can create. This is called the simple robot.